What up, y'all, man? You know what you tuned into, and if you don't, man, BallerStatus.com, man. DDTV also. That's Digital Dynasty TV, man. Advocate, what up, man? Holla at your boy, all right?
All right, dude, so it's been 4 years, man, since our last interview. A lot's happened.
4 years, that long?
Over 4 years, actually.
Wow.
Last time we had a young cartel.
Yeah.
On the camera.
He's still spitting, though.
No doubt. So, I mean, to sum it up, what's happened in 4 years for you?
4 years, man. Forward motion. You know, just elevation, man. 4 years ago, we were in the basement. Now we 2 floors up from the rooftop, and we got the rooftop. You know, it's just elevation, man. It's just learning different things and collaborating with harmony. Real talk, man.
We know you started 211 Media Group.
Yeah.
You want to tell everyone, you know, what position 211?
211 Media Group is a company founded and started by me and my man Eon Haynes. We call him Mr. Inkflow. It's my partner in crime. We founded, you know, I still do the Lord Gang thing, and he was doing his Inkflow thing, and we was just starting to work a lot together. And from that, we were doing so much work together that we started calling projects that we jointly did LI, which people know that we have a skateboard company called LI Decks, and that's where that came from. But then we said we can't call everything we do LI, like it's Long Island or something. And we just felt like some people were telling us, man, you know, when you guys really get it together, when you guys figure out what y'all doing together, then y'all gonna make it happen. And we just called it 211 because that was the address of the building that we was doing everything out of. So 211 Media Group, man. Mr. Eon Haynes, he can speak for his damn self.
No doubt. All right, man, so it's also been 4 years since we dropped the last mixtape.
Yeah.
Solo, Do It All one, The Hunger in My Voice.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the difference with part 2 compared to the first one?
Hunger in My Voice, part 1, I just feel like I'm an MC. At the end of the day, I'm a B-boy. I'm an MC who loves the hip-hop culture. The hip-hop has changed lyrically, it's changed beat-wise, it's changed song-wise, it's changed in so many ways that I just wanted people to know that I'm still hungry in what I do. I'm still hungry as an MC, not just as a rapper. You know, an MC moves the crowd. He's the master of ceremony. And you know, I still do that. Night in, night out on stage with my partner in rhyme, Mr. Funky Man with Lords of the Underground, and with my team right here, and with my 211 team. You know, so I just wanted people to understand that I was still hungry when I got into that booth. And I think this go round, it's still hunger. You know, people think that because you're eating that you don't get hungry again. You know, maintenance is a mug. You know what I mean? So part 2 is more of an older dude, an elevation to do it all, but still hungry, man. You never lose the appetite.
Music-wise, though, where have you went that you haven't before?
I think on Hunger in My Voice part 2, I wasn't scared to experiment. Meaning, like, what I rock to is boom bap, but it's not just necessarily kick, snares, and a hi-hat. You know what I mean? It's more just creative music. I have opera on Hunger in the Voice part 2. And that sounds crazy, but I don't even know if people are gonna peep it. You know? I'm not singing that. A real opera singer. Shout out to Elizabeth. She's a young girl, 17 years old. She goes to she studies opera. I forgot the name of the school, but classically being trained. So I gave her a shot, man. She said she never recorded it in a studio, so I gave her a shot, and I thought she did amazing. On that record is my man Drift. You know, shout out to King Kojo. Also, Blackberry Molasses, who's a heck of a poet. She's on that joint. So I kind of did a bunch of things with that record, man.
So who are all the features on it?
Hunger in My Voice, features on Hunger in My Voice. First out the box, you got the Funk Doc, Mr. Green, Red Man himself. You got Trigger Tretch, formerly of Naughty by Nature, now of Naughty Nation. Shout out to all the Naughty by Nature though, man. You got my team on there, man. You got Killer Kyle Williams, Kyle Will. You got a lot of people on there, man. You got Follow the Dapper. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You got my man Cartel on there. You got my man Seneca the Misfit on there. We even got a shout out, a voice. We even sampled Dr. Wells, Dr. Lauren Wells, who's the executive director of our nonprofit 211 Community Impact. We even sampled her voice on there.
211, baby.
211, baby. So, I mean, you got that. Who else I got on the album, man?
Oh. Let's take a segue with that. Why don't you talk about 211 Community? And we'll bring it back.
All right, cool. So before we get back to who I have on the album, because it's some monsters we're leaving out right now. But 211 Community Impact is a nonprofit organization that was founded by myself, my partner from 211 Media Group, Mr. Inkflow, and Dr. Lauren Wells. Anybody that knows me knows that I've been, you know, I love my city, Newark, New Jersey, and I've been putting in work, meaning trying to do my part, being part of the whole for years. And with the formation of 211 Community Impact, Dr. Wells and I came together and she had some great ideas that I felt like can take my ideas to the next level with adding her to the piece of a new beginning, you know what I mean? And from the ground level of helping our city. She's also from Jersey, and I mean, we doing our thing right now. I mean, let her tell you what 211 Community Impact is.
This thing that's bringing my background in education and policy and academics together with Dew and Dion's experience in graphics and entertainment. And it's something that hasn't been done anywhere. And so I feel like we have an opportunity to utilize relationships that we all have individually and bring them together in a way that will mobilize and magnify the problems in the city and allow us to have a real collective impact on the city. I think it's an opportunity to express things in different ways. The purpose of the organization is to take public policy and to make it accessible to the people that live here so that they can take ownership of their community and their lives again. And you know, I think it's necessary and needed in the city, and I'm told very often that this kind of thing is necessary and needed.
Yeah.
You guys do a lot of stuff too now. We start doing great things. All right, so back to the mixtape flow.
Yeah. So I got Bump Pro back there.
All right.
Bump Pro, man, rock hop to the fullest, man. Incredible sound. Wow, man. I think when the world get a taste of him, man, they're gonna understand what I'm talking about. Like I said, we got Kyle Will, we got Seneca the Misfit from Baltimore, Maryland. We got Cartel, straight Jersey. We got a little Eli over here. He gonna be running the business behind the scenes. So, you know, so you can have a youngin' who don't just want to rap and make beats. He gonna be, you know, he gonna be getting this guap after we can't get it no more. Dr. Wells, she got the nonprofit 211 Community Impact on lock, man. It's nothing that we can't do when we join forces. We got Con Dizzle back here, man. Con, street team extraordinaire. He in the streets, he is the streets. You know how it goes down. We got Super Ears back there, one of the engineers. I don't know if you can see him, but Super Ears, he makes everything crystal clear. And when he can't make it crystal clear, we got JG, Josh Gannett back here. We call him Jesus. You know what I mean? Because he turns water into wine when it comes mixing time. And I want publishing if I ever see that on your Instagram. And there's one person that I don't know if you can see over here, my man Benedict. Benedict is our silent partner, but it's not so silent no more because I just said it. Or we the silent partners, or however you put it. But he's the businessman. He's the dude behind the lounge that Redman and Do It All is involved in. You know, 972 Broad Street is gonna be an extraordinary lounge when it's finished, and it's almost finished. But that's the businessman right there. He don't even talk too much unless you got paper to talk about, baby. You know what I mean? So, and it's about buying up them properties, man. So, you know, I think hip hop is just growing up, man, and it's taking a lot of taking advantage of a lot of different opportunities, you know. When I first came into the game, I was 18 years old. And now it's like, if I'm still acting and rhyming like how I was when I was 18 years old, then something to be wrong. And don't get it twisted too, I'm not competing with any of Drake fans or A$AP Rocky fans, or I am hip hop, just like they consider themselves to be hip hop. I've been doing it for 20 plus years. So now am I supposed to stop because new kids are in? No, they're not my competition. They do what they do, we do what we do, and that's the way it is.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. How come in hip hop is the expiration date? No other genres like that.
Because it's still a young genre of music. Hip hop has just turned 40 years old this year. 40 years old. And some people say 39 if you deal with the hip hop historians, you know, but let's generally say 40 years old. A 40-year-old person is just living their life, like house, home, kids, the American dream, so to speak, the European dream for all that matter. You know what I mean? So that's a young person if you look at it as a human being or a physical type of form. So that's a young culture. And when something is that young, it still has a lot to live, a lot of living to do to prove, you know, to show through his experiences. You know, so when we first came in the game in the 90s, we were young. You know, it was real young.
I know you guys shot the Zoo movie.
Yeah.
Right now it's on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
You got any other projects along those lines coming up?
Yeah, man. 211 Media Group, we produced and cast the Zoo movie, and I also acted in it. We have a new project. We just got this project last week, so I'm not gonna say the name yet because the paperwork ain't done. But I'll say it's a real big budget for us anyway that we're dealing with. You know, triple time Zoo. So it's just an honor, man, that somebody saw our work at 211 Media Group and said, I want them to do my next project, and it's more money. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of projects coming up, and then we have a project that we have in the can, well, not in the can, excuse me, but on the table that we're thinking about. We're in the process of formulating right now, called Number 2, written by a female by the name of Nikki Sims. It's dope. A bunch of stuff, man, a bunch of stuff. We move, and also 211 Media Group, we produced a video by Shalik Rivers, an R&B singer. I think he's like in the top 15 right now, man. Adult contemporary, young dude though, crazy. Yeah. Oh, and I'm tripping, man. We produced a movie called Lost Book of Rap. That's looked like it's about to tear the festivals up for next year. It's written by my man Ron Elliott, shot by him. It's a tough movie, man. It's a tough movie.